Hey everybody, Warren here. So today's video blog is on Facebook in 5 minutes. So I wanted to touch on whether or not you get the hang of what's going on here. One quick thing I want to talk about was a person that I friended on here, one of the first people on YouTube in particular, a guy that took advantage of social media. Um, what this guy did is he was like myself, a beginning guitarist about 5 years ago, and he wanted to pick up some lessons in between his teacher coming online or coming over to his house and teaching him. So he decided that there was a lack of lessons on YouTube, and he asked his teacher if he could videotape while they were learning, and his teacher said sure. And he found that whenever he put those lessons online, that they had several thousand hits a day coming up. So he decided to capitalize on that fact and published a YouTube blog and made a website out of the whole thing. And now he's like I would say the revenue in that in this the few short years he published it now, and he's actually showing people how to make money on social media. He's somewhere in the hundreds of thousands or maybe even millions as far as revenue is concerned. He just started a few short years ago just from learning how to play guitar. Can you imagine that? The potential for social media, it just goes viral. Myself, I started in July of last year, and between Twitter, Facebook, my blog, and all my other different media outlets, I've got approximately 4,000 people that I've friended and who follow me or otherwise have networked with me in one way or another. And it's led to opportunity. For example, one of the people I met was Kevin Henry, and he's a senior editor at. I think I have that title right, but anyways, he's involved with Proofs Magazine, an editor at Proofs Magazine, and he picked up one of my articles on Facebook and published me. It's a hot topic right now, social media, and social media 101. So I'm not even going to try to say that I'm some kind of a guru. I'm just an average layman like you, but I'm taking advantage of this stuff. I might have been playing with it for a little while longer. As a matter of fact, I've been blogging and doing this kind of stuff for about 20 years now. Anyways, since I published this article, it just came out here recently. About 350 million people are online. Actually, there's more like 400 million people online. As a matter of fact, about 1 in 3 Americans and about half of Canadians are hooked up through Facebook. Facebook is now the number one, or was at Christmas time, the number one hit website. The average user on there has 130 friends with an average of 2 posts per day. So what that leads to, if you're getting the hang of this and you say, yeah, I want to get involved in this social media thing, this Facebook, the main thing that I find that people go online and then give up on it real quick for a couple of reasons. Number one, they don't want to just see that their friends and family had breakfast this morning and every 5 minutes all the updates. So what happens is their Facebook page gets filled with a bunch of nonsense, even all the games. So first off, I want to say the most important thing I think you can do is learn how to organize your Facebook into, I like to call it channels. It's like watching TV by interest groups. So if you take the time on the left hand column and you click and it says friends, and then on the right hand side, all of your friends will pop up. Up at the top right hand corner, there's going to be a place there that you can, it says, I think it's called lists, or let me just see what I put here. Anyways, friends, yes, it says create a list, sorry. And so now when you click on that, a new box will open up. Divide it into friends, family, and work, maybe, for example. And now these lists will appear on the left hand side every time you open your Facebook. You can actually just choose to organize everybody into those groups. So now go through your friends list and put them into the groups that they fall into: friends, family, business. Okay. Now when you publish a post and you want to say, I'm about to go on holidays, everybody, uh, Cuba's looking good this time of year. You don't want certain people to know. You don't want your friends to know you're going away on holidays. You can publish just to your family. When you set up lists, it gives you a lot more creative control of your Facebook, and I think it's an important way to maintain your privacy and also to get rid of the clutter. Number two thing I see that's a lot of clutter, the stuff that the posts that you don't want to see. Some people choose to hide their friends, and I actually think that's useless. What's the point of being friends with somebody on Facebook if you're not going to ever pay attention to what they have to say? So if you're not gonna pay attention, just get them off your Facebook. If you don't care what they have to say anyways, or it annoys you, like maybe I do, get me off your Facebook. I don't want to be annoying. I want to be your true friend and add some value to our relationship. I have you as my friend, and I do pay attention to as much as I can to about 2,000 people. So I've organized my Facebook very carefully into different groups. Anyways, once you've done that, you'll be able to get rid of some of the other clutter by all those friends who play the Farmville and some of the fun games. That might be their bag, but if you're not into that, just hide, but don't hide the friend. Just click on hiding those applications. Every time you see all those things on your news feed that you don't like, click on it and see if it says hide. And when you click on hide, see if it gives you an option to hide only the application that you don't want to see. A lot of times you don't have to hide your friends. All you have to do is hide that application. Last thing I wanted to say, so, and I mentioned this, once you've set up your list, you can now publish your thoughts according to certain people. So you can publish to everybody, or you can actually select different groups from your list. If you just want your friends to know that you're going to the movies tonight and who wants to go, you can publish it that way. So you can even publish it to only specific people, or you can hide from certain people. And that's all done on your Facebook in the area where you publish, where you type in what are you doing, what are you thinking, what are you doing. Underneath that there's a little lockbox symbol. If you click that, it gives you a little drop down menu that will show you where you can publish to. So you can only tell certain friends, hide it from certain friends, or publish to certain groups. But make sure to set up your list. Look at that live video. That's what happens. Who's calling me? My dad's calling me back again. Anyways, I will call him back in a few minutes. The next thing I wanted to talk about real quick here is 5 minutes a day. Basically, if you take the time to organize your groups into channels, now when you go on your Facebook in 5 minutes, okay, on the left hand side, just look at those specific groups. You won't have to miss a thing. If one of your friends said something, they're wondering why you don't ever know what they're up to, you might have lost it in the mix. Facebook kind of censors what's posted on your wall. So if you do it in the channels, you shouldn't miss anything. Every channel you can keep up to a certain amount of posts available. So you can make sure that you see all the posts of your family and of your friends. Now go to my DMDrep blog and you will see some links to some great Facebook help center. It's worth taking the time to understand this product. It's an amazing product that holds a lot of potential. Pretty much every single mobile phone that you get nowadays, everything is going this way. And that's why kids especially, think of all the young kids that are getting online with this. Everybody's going to be using this product someday. It's got huge features. Anyways, I wanted to see if I could do a whole blog with that thing balanced on my head. And I did it! I kept very still today. Anyways, I hope you got something out of this blog, and peace.